All right. I want to welcome everyone to the 1Hunnid Health Show. This is episode 7.23. Can you believe we're already in July of 2023? All right, hold on tight. Let me go ahead and start with our intro. Woo!
You are now tuned into Miss Wells, America's health teacher, and the 100 Health Show. 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 100 Health Show.
All right. I am Shantae Health Wells with the Flair. Listen, I have to actually teach y'all from the side of the road. Can you believe I got delayed during my 4th of July trip? There was a really bad accident that caused about an hour delay. So I was not able to make it in on time, but I was still not going to not do this show. I said, listen, thus saith the Lord, we got to make this thing work. Listen, I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to hear Dr. Maya Angelou say, and still I rise. And so for us, it's time for us to rise up and be all that God has called us to be. So here's the thing. We need to liberate our health. We have to walk through independence. We have to walk through health independence. Listen, they ain't going to come to us. We got to walk through it. Listen, there are going to be pains. There are going to be ailments. There are going to be so many challenges and obstacles that may come your way. There may be haymakers. There may be setbacks. There may be curveballs, but you still have to walk through your health independence. You still got to keep going because there's something on the other side of this. It reminds me of a story where Jesus and his disciples had gotten on these boats. And man, the storms came, the water got turbulent, but he said, we must go to the other side. So you can't let anything stop you from getting to the other side of this health journey. You can't let anything hold you back from getting to the other side of whatever the other side is supposed to be for you. Listen, today's topic, I want to make sure that I give you some tangible tools. I want to make sure you walk away with some things that you can do right now to liberate your longevity. Listen, what you are called to do, it may take you 100 years. So I ask you, what is it that you want 10 years from now? What type of health? What do you want your body to feel like? What do you want your joints to be like? The decisions that you're making right now, the water decisions that you're making right now, the movement decisions that you're making right now. Listen, every single decision, whether you decide to participate in doing some form of meditation or not, guess what? It's affecting the 10-year-old you, 10 years from now, you, 10 years older, you. So what type of health and condition do you want to be in? What do you want your metabolism to be like? What type of flexibility do you want your metabolism to have? Do you want, whenever you have, an indulgent meal, that you want your body to fall apart? No, you want your body to be resilient. How do you want your brain to respond to all the stresses and things that come at you from day to day or time to time throughout life? Do you want that resilience that you are meant to have and capable of having? See, here's one thing that my favorite book tells me. He says to be vigilant, to be sober of mind, be sober and understand what's going on. And what I want you to understand, that there is a health pipeline to a premature grave. There's a graveyard pipeline. And I need to make sure that I do everything that I can to equip you to make sure that you and your family are not a part of it. And that starts with walking. It starts with the movement commitment. It starts with making sure you get a handle on oxidative stress. That starts with you making sure that you drink enough water. It's not an option. It is a critical necessity. Listen, it starts with you taking care of your energy levels. It starts with you making sure that you do all that you could do. So here's something that I know that Dr. King said. Dr. King said the time is always right to do what's right. So do right by your health. Do right by your health. Because Dr. King said it. The time is always right to do the right thing. And you know what the right thing is. You know whether or not you have enough energy. You know whether or not you're drinking enough water. You know whether or not you're having mushroom elixirs. You know whether or not that you're doing all that you could do to move your body enough to clean that plaque out of your arteries. You know whether or not you're cleaning the plaque off your teeth. So here's the thing. If you're going to put some effort into cleaning plaque off your teeth, why not put some effort into cleaning plaque out of your heart? Why not put some effort into making sure that you knock out public enemy number one, which is hypertension, heart disease? You feel me? Like, you got to do something about the number one reason that Americans go to the doctor. And here's the thing. There are some things that may be assaulting you that you're not aware of. So there are chemicals that are also in our soaps that are labeled as obesogens that you may not be aware of. So I'm going to give you just a simple tip. Listen, finish out what you got, but you may want to consider, especially if you already know you got a stressful job, you already know you got things stressing you in your life. Why you want your soap to be stressing you out? You need to consider Castile type soap. Dr. Bronner's is the brand that I use. All right. Dr. Bronner, B-R-O, I think it's 2 N's, E-R-S, Bronner. They make a whole lot of different varieties, but ain't none of that foolishness inside of that soap. That soap is the soap. You feel me? They got it with lavender. They got just plain, the Castile soap. They got the baby Castile soap. Like, consider switching out your soaps. Some of you guys, your oxidative stress levels, are heightened because think about it. When you're taking a bath, your pores are open. Think about it. Your skin is the largest organ on your body. So it has direct access to come and be absorbed on in. Doing what? Causing your glutathione levels, which is the mother of all antioxidants, to struggle. We don't need Mama Gluta to struggle any more than she have to. We don't have the opportunity to continue to just walk in ignorance. So I wanted to make sure that I made you aware of some of you guys are getting stressed out by your soap. Some of you guys are getting stressed out because you won't drink enough water. Some of you guys have not adopted the right mindset and words when it comes down to your health. Some of you guys refuse to meditate on the word. Some of you guys refuse to do deep breathing meditation. You could do deep breathing meditations for free. Literally breathing in for 4 counts, holding it for 7, and breathing out through your mouth for 8 counts. This is something that can help you naturally bring in more nitric oxide, which is going to help your blood vessels, which is going to help your arteries, which is going to help your heart. We ain't got time to play with this thing. You got to do all that you can do. Listen, here's a quote that I really, really love by George Eliot, and I continue to say it because I need to make sure that the masses understand, because this is a part of liberating your longevity. Listen, be one of those that get past 100. God said that men's years can be 120 years. So why would you not want to take God at his word? Go for the 120. So it's all right if you fall short and you end up at 110 or 107. You still got to be in a centenarian. There's work for you to do. But you can't do that if you're broke, busted, and disgusted in your health. We all have to do better. We all can do better by walking and hydrating and meditating, and now starting to look in our environment to see, do we have soap that's stressing us out? Do we got a soap? We paying these people to betray us. Are we fooling around with sodas? Are we fooling around with cigarette smoke? Are we doing the things that are going to promote heart disease, or are we doing the things to turn it off and get rid of public enemy number one? Are we doing the things that breathe life and is going to help us 10 years from now? Or are we doing the things that go ahead and lead to death prematurely and keep us in the health pipeline? Are we doing the things that we know that we could do? Are we trusting? Are we trusting the word? Do we accept that there is a balm in Gilead? Do we accept the fact that we can be a centenarian? Are we accepting the fact that our stress levels can be managed well? There's an upside to stress. You don't want to eliminate stress. You just need to manage it better. No stress equals death. That ain't where we going. You have what you say. So we ain't saying we don't want no stress. What we're saying is we need something that's going to help to modulate it. And here's the thing. If you know stress is out of control, then you need to be on some Rishi. And listen, Four Sigmatic is the best company that's out there. The number 4 and the word Sigmatic, Sigmatic. I don't know them people and I don't work for them people, but I'm telling you that Reishi mushroom elixir, it will modulate throughout the day for you. It's something that I make sure that I do at least every other day at nighttime before I go to bed. Reishi, Reishi. And the thing that I love about the way Four Sigmatic does it is because it's packaged with that ashwagandha. So I'm getting the Thunder Twins going at it on my behalf to make sure that oxidative stress is put in check, to make sure that glutathione within all of my cells is getting what's needed, and that I got something going hard in the paint while I'm asleep, as well as once I wake up the next day, because it does have a shelf life of 24 hours. I'm just saying. It's going to get me through the next day. But here's what I also know that it does. It's going to modulate my cortisol levels. So that way my cortisol ain't cutting up at hours that it ain't supposed to be high. You understand? So I need you to make sure that you start doing, even if you got to start once a week. But Reishi mushroom elixir has to become a part of your weekly routine at minimum, if not every other day. But do what you can do. But the things that you can start doing right now for free is switching out your soap and making sure that you don't have soap with obesogens in it. You can do what you can do by making sure that you're walking 20 to 30 minutes a day, or doing some form of chair yoga, or walking in a pool if you got joint pains, doing something to move your body that's not going to spike your cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone. And then making sure that you have at least half of your body weight in ounces of water. You got to make sure your hydration game is at the next level. So you starting with at least half your body weight in ounces of water. Tap into and take advantage of the super hydration period, which is the first waking hour of the day. And then make sure you start incorporating Reishi mushroom elixirs made by Four Sigmatic. They are the best that's on the market, point blank, period. And then I'll need you to also start looking at meditating on the word, meditating, doing the 4-7-8 deep breathing meditation, meditating, making sure that Reishi going hard in the paint for you while you sleeping. So I hope that this lesson was useful for you. I hope that you were able to take away some nuggets. I hope that you will now do an audit and look at the type of soaps that you're using. I don't have no kind of financial ties to either one of those companies that I mentioned. Just saying Dr. Bronner has a pure soap. If that is something that you're interested in, and if you're not sure if you may be getting your stress levels are being, increased unaware by the soap. How we getting stressed out? A bath supposed to relax us. But these people don't put so much products and fake stuff and stuff that it got it stressing us out. So do an audit. Check your bathroom. Check your soap. So I'm Shantae Health Wells. I hope and pray that this was a powerful enough lesson for you guys. And listen, y'all know I got to do my boom shakalaka. So today I want to give a boom shakalaka to Pockets of Love. Pockets of Love. This is an organization that it's a labor of love. They collect pocketbooks, literally, as my mama and them would say, old school, literally purses, purses and their small handbags, and they fill them with toiletries, and they distribute them through the holidays in December to homeless women on the streets. So if you're interested, you can message me at wellsofwellness@yahoo.com, and I can connect you with them. If you want to send in any gently used purses or drop them off, I can get you the information and connect you with the person who founded that initiative. If you want to just send them some toiletries, I am certain that they'll be more than happy to start taking them. I think they start by the end of summer on through to the end of November, collecting, gently used purses and toiletries. So Pockets of Love, big shout out to you guys. I wanted to give y'all a boom shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka. I said boom shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka. I am Shantae Health Wells. I want to thank you guys for tuning in for today's episode, July episode of the 100 Health Show. I hope that you guys will pray with us at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is our sundown fast happening tonight. So from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m., we're asking you to only do liquids. All right. And we're asking that you will check out Philippians chapter 4, verse 13, and read that verse and pray for someone else's health along with your own health. And just remember to pray throughout the time that you're whatever time you go to bed, but 8 p.m. is when we start. And then, through 8 a.m., whatever time you get up, we're asking for you to do liquids. All right. That's our sundown monthly fast. And we just ask that you touch and agree with all of those names that were submitted on our July health prayers list. So I want to thank you. And again, we will see you next month. We're going to be talking about the new dream in honor of the anniversary of the I Have a Dream speech next month. And I want to go ahead and open up the floor to see if there's anyone that has any questions or anything that they wanted to say or add. The floor is now open for questions and answers.
I do have a question. I'm sorry, I'm trying to multitask because I'm back in. I'm doing a class and it just started, and I missed a assignment. So I'm in the midst of listening in on this good information and trying to do that. But I am aware of the four stagmatic. Thanks to you for introducing me. But you said something about before you go to bed. So is it okay to drink that before you go to bed?
Yes, the Rishi, yes, it's one of those that's better suited at night.
Oh, I
Yeah.
get. And I'm thinking that this is something that should only be consumed during the daytime when you're up and about.
No, it'll actually improve your sleep quality.
Well, then I
That is
do
Yes, it's
that.
better suited in the evening. If you notice on the packets, it'll say chill. It's not that you can't have it, but it's one that it definitely doesn't give you a boost in like energy and that kind of thing. It's a chill kind of
I
adaptogen.
I really thought that meant ice. I thought
No,
that meant you can have cold. I
no, it's
realized,
meant to be at night. It's meant to be in the evenings during that wind down period. It works. It works best in the evening. Absolutely.
okay.
Yes. Yes, Rishi, it did because you needed to put cortisol in check, especially if you're someone that, listen, that you get maybe you had a stressful day, like you just need something to tell cortisol, like, look, come on, burn your tail on up in here. Not today, not tonight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna make sure tomorrow because I know I haven't had the forest stagmated in a while, probably maybe about 2 months since the last time I've had some because the
Mhm.
whole was out by me. I went in there because a lot of times when I go in, I try to rack up. And
Right.
when I finally went back in there to get some, they literally had nothing. So I was going a little crazy because
Mhm.
it's never a time since you introduced me to it that I've ever walked in there and didn't see at least one of their products. Nonetheless, there was none. So I don't know if they moved them off the shelf or what, but
I
I'm
think
gonna go back tomorrow. Um,
it may be the Broward ones because I'm telling you, I had that problem. And as soon as I went on in today, it was there. I came up here, it was there. Like I don't know if it's just a Broward County thing, but I went to 3 different ones and I couldn't find it.
got you. Because I'm like, this is so strange to
It
me.
was
Of
so weird to me. Mhm.
yeah, so I'm gonna definitely check, and if all else fails, I just know that I can go to Amazon and order it. But I mean, I like to have it like I can literally go walk in
Yeah.
the store and get it. So
Yeah,
I'm
which I'm surprised that one in Pembroke Pines didn't because they
yeah,
definitely have it because I've
it
stopped in there before.
it
But I don't know. I think it's a Broward County thing, seriously.
it really threw me for a loop.
Mhm.
So that's kind of what I wanted to ask about. Um
That Rishi will be key for you,
yeah.
especially especially with your bottom number, because that's the one that concerns me the most, and that's the one that's harder to move. So you got to have something like that to that kind of potency and power to help move those numbers, that bottom number.
Yeah, and then to I'm pushing hard to be intentional about uh the 4 bags of green tea with the cinnamon that you told me to do.
Mhm.
It's not that I haven't tried it because I literally have. Um, but it's my issue with consistency.
Okay.
And I know this that I can finally look myself in the mirror and say that part of my problem is inconsistency. And so that's something that I'm really, really pushing to work on. Even when it comes down to moving. I understand I kind of, battling some things in the body, but I my mindset has got to overpower everything else that I'm feeling in order for me to get the results that I need.
Yes, ma'am. Because we need you here, and there's
Yeah.
too much work for you to do. Too much work.
Yeah.
You should live
So
and die. So I'm so grateful that you were able to have that conversation with you and to see, where it is now that you can go move forward from. So that's the main thing, is that at least you saw it, you acknowledged it, and now you can make some decisions for your betterment, to move forward from it. It's not too late.
yeah, I
So
can appreciate that. So
yes, ma'am. I'm happy
thank
for you.
thank you so much for all that you do.
My pleasure. Looking forward to class tomorrow. So make sure you're ready with some notepads or something, because I want to be giving y'all lots of stuff to take notes on and individualized.
Okay, sounds good.
All righty. Well, have a great day.
You do the same, sis.
All righty.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye bye.